Your boy made it. I am finally in Texas. I'm excited. Why? Because I'm excited because I'm happy to see my Cowboys back home and ready to take on these Vikings tomorrow, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody who watched the show yesterday. How we looking? How we sounding? Finally in Texas. I'm excited. Why? Because I'm excited because I'm happy to see my Cowboys. All right, man. Back home and ready to take on these. All right, bam. So we in there. We on here. All right, let me get live on IG real quick. After I get live on IG, we ready to take off. What's up with you, Randy? What's up, everybody on IG? What's up with you? What's up with you, Randy? What's up with you, John? What's up with you? Who else we got up on here, man? Is y'all sharing? Hey, you know, sharing simply lets your boy West Coast know that you care. Hit that share button. It's still at the bottom of your screen. I know I'm on the move, but it's still at the bottom of your screen. What's up, everybody on IG? What's up, everybody on Facebook? And shout out to everybody that's on my YouTube, too, that's watching. I appreciate all the love, man. We out here, man. We out here, man. We in Texas, and this weather is horrible. Like, it is absolutely horrible. You know what I'm saying? It ain't rain. I mean, it just finished raining, and it's cold in the mug. So I definitely understand why the Dallas Cowboys was practicing outside for that New York game, trying to simulate practicing outside, because god dang it, I'm going to tell you right now, in Dallas, you could definitely simulate it, because I'm cold in a bitch. It's cold. I'm happy I got a Dallas Cowboy jacket. I got an old school one that I got brought out here, and I'm using it for this weekend. Why? Because I knew it was going to be cold, man. B-Mans, what's up with you? Instagrammy, what's up with you? Skeptics85, what's up with you? Garson, Sketch, Joseph, what's up with you? Bobby McLean, what's up with you? Hey, how I sound? How does everything look? Does it sound and look good? Let me know how it looks. If it sounds and look good, let me know, and we'll take off from here. But yo, man, some update news. Amari Cooper did get an MRI. He did get evaluated over the weekend. Actually, not over the weekend. It looks like he did it yesterday on Tuesday, and it came back negative for anything torn or anything that was serious. You know what I'm saying? But it came back positive as a good test. You know what I mean? There was nothing messed up, nothing too strong. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. Like, I feel like Amari Cooper, this injury, my boy Big James, I was watching my boy Big James. I was on an airplane this morning, so I couldn't really make no film this morning. So I was just watching stuff that I saw on the internet, and I was watching my boy Big James video that he did, a really good video actually, about bringing back Dez Bryant. He kind of hit on a few of the points that I touched on as well. But I liked some of the I absolutely loved one of the thoughts that he said. One of the thoughts that my boy Big James brought up is this, and that is Amari Cooper's foot is probably not going to get better this year. You know what I'm saying? It's probably not going to get better this year. I mean, just being realistic, his foot's probably not going to get better. So with that, the Dallas Cowboys need to understand that this year we're always going to be dealing with an Amari Cooper with some type of like injury to that foot. And I'm going to be honest with you, man, like, I think this is something that he's probably been dealing with ever since I reported at training camp. You guys remember back at training camp, I reported that Amari Cooper had got carted off the field. I know, you know, Mike Fisher and everybody and their mama can't come out and try to discredit what I saw and what we said that happened, but it did happen. And I'm going to be honest with you, you know, since then, you have definitely seen that Amari Cooper's, you know, his foot has been favoring him, and his foot has been, it's been something that's bothering him. You know, Amari Cooper, he didn't play in that Jets game where he played literally like 3 snaps a series, and then he came and sat down. You know what I'm saying? And then in this last game against in the Philadelphia game, he played pretty heavily. He did his thing, you know what I'm saying? But even then, he was real gingerly. The game that I really saw where I really was like, dang, this dude Coop is not who he, you know, he's not 100% healthy, was really that Green Bay game. And that's when I had the video. I took the video of him when he was literally like bending over, like grabbing at his legs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, when I look back on that and I see the progression, man, that's why it's hard for me to even like take anybody serious. That's like, when I bring up subjects like we should go get a Dez Bryant or we should go get a Josh Gordon, you know, it is amazing to me, these people that be like, we don't need Dez. Why? Who's he gonna start over? I'm like, bro, do you not see what the hell is going on with our starting wide receiver? Like, Amari Cooper is our dog wide receiver. I love Michael Jeezy, but a Michael Jeezy is not a dog like Amari Cooper. And to be honest with you, as much as I love Michael Jeezy is a guy who benefits from having a better wide receiver on the field. Like, you guys remember, I know he was only a rookie, but you guys remember we tried to do this, just the Michael Gallup as our number one, our main wide receiver last year at the beginning of the season. What did we do? We had to trade for Amari Cooper. You know what I'm saying? So don't get me wrong, I love me some Michael Jeezy, baby. But at the same time, I just don't believe, but I just believe that Michael Jeezy, baby, is a receiver who plays better when he has a number one out there. Someone who can kind of take that pressure off him so that he can just slip up and just do his thing. So to me, it was just like, I know you guys get all in your feelings when I say the word Dez Bryant. Why? Because the thought of even bringing Dez Bryant bringing Dez back, lets me know that some of you guys are okay or not okay with being wrong. And when I say by okay with being wrong is this. I know there's a lot of people out there that was preaching and they were saying all this negative stuff and posting all these dumb comments and tweets about Dez Bryant. I know it. And I know if the Dallas Cowboys were to bring a guy like that back to Dallas, that almost discredits what you guys were talking about and what you was doing and what you were saying. Why? Because a large part of the fan base was believing all that negative crap that they was putting out about him. Like, let's just be real. Like, a lot of you guys was believing a lot of that crap that people was putting out about Dez. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you know, a lot of people, it's not even about, do you want to make your wide receiver better? I think some of y'all just don't want to just go back on some stuff that you guys said. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I used to tell y'all too, like, it's gonna come a moment where you should value being on the right side of history. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man, like, a lot of you guys wasn't on the right side of history. If you was rocking with West Coast, you should have been on the right side of history. Because West Coast, I tell you guys, I always try to keep you guys in the know. You know what I'm saying? But if you weren't listening to me around that time, then I get it. I can see how, bringing a Dez Bryant back is basically like a huge admit in your face that you was wrong. But guess what? You was wrong. It's okay. Get over it. You know what I'm saying? Dez was never leaving the NFL in drops. He was never a cancer. He was never a locker room problem. And if he was a locker room problem, think about this. How much can someone be a problem if you're starting middle linebacker 2 years later still throwing up the X and representing that same player? Then your quarterback last year, after we dominated Atlanta in their house, was doing the exact same thing. He was doing the exact same thing. At the end of the game, Dak Prescott goes up like this and throws an X. Then I'm going to ask you guys this question. If Dez Bryant is such a locker room problem, how is it that this dude didn't even play a game with the Saints? He didn't even play one game with the Saints. And after one practice, after they won their game, everybody on the Saints was throwing up the X. They don't do that type of reverence and respect for a guy who's a troublemaker. You don't do that for those types of guys. You do that for those types of guys that you have a lot of respect for. And I'm going to be honest with you, passionate players are always going to respect other passionate players. You just disperse your passion in another way. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm super turned up, you may be passionate and quiet on the low, on the rumble. B-Man says, West Coast got them Miller Lite passes. Hey, you already know it, man. Hit me in my inbox if you need them too. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like my take on Dez Bryant. Like, I honestly think if Dez was never if he was never a Cowboy, if he had never played for the Dallas Cowboys, I think a lot of you guys would probably feel better about him. But since a lot of you guys don't want to go back on that first initial feeling of, oh, Dez is a bum, he's trash, he can't even catch anymore. Well, how does a guy lead your team? Like, think about this. There is no one who has ever played for the Dallas Cowboys who have caught more touchdown passes than Dez Bryant, including Jason Witten, who's played 15 years now. Jason Witten has 70 career touchdowns. Dez has 74. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how does a guy just who basically is a professional touchdown catcher? Like, if you don't want to say nothing else about Dez, that's the one thing you can say. He's a professional touchdown catcher. You know what I'm saying? The stats say that he catches touchdowns. The stats say that nobody has ever played for Dallas catch touchdowns better than him. No one ever. And think about this. We're a team that is complaining about what? Late starts, not scoring points. How does Dez on your team I don't see how that does not help you. And he puts out the tweet that says that he's okay with being a contributor, which he was going to be anyway. Like, I love the fact that Dez just said it because he already knew that was going to happen. What team are you going to be able to go on in week 10 and be a starter? So he really just said that for the fans to let y'all know, chill out, man. I want to come in here. I want to be a third wide receiver. And I'm going to be Dez Bryant on a corner that you don't even know. Because you guys got to remember, right? For all y'all that think Dez sucks, he ain't played in forever, he hasn't done this, he hasn't done that. Okay, well, this is the question you need to ask, right? Is Dez better than a number 3 corner? Because think about this. If we were playing Dez or the Saints, it would be Anthony Brown on Dez. You want to know why? Because Anthony Brown is our third corner. So you're going to tell me that you wouldn't take that matchup? Bro, come on. You would take that matchup every single day. Dez said, I don't want to be a starter. I want to come back and I want to contribute. That means any team that he's going to go to probably already has a number 1 and they probably already got a number 2. So you're going to tell me that Dez Bryant can't beat a number 3 corner? No. Jordan Lewis is our number 1 corner. I know they may put him as our number 3, but he's not. He's our number 1 corner. He's our best corner on our team. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I know the Dallas Cowboys picked up I forget what position he played, but I ain't looking at no new players. Because if you're a new player, that means you ain't even playing this week because you just got marked in. So anybody that just got brought in, we'll talk about them on Monday. They ain't going to affect nothing we do in this game. But yeah, man, I couldn't imagine Dez Bryant in the slot going up against rookie corners and guys who are your third best corners on your team. I just cannot imagine that. Like, I can't imagine that. Like, think of this. Like, Jason Witten's looking pretty effective, right? So you're telling me that if you put Dez on this team, that he couldn't be as effective as a Jason Witten, and he's probably going to be about $1 million cheaper? Come on, y'all, bro. It's like some of y'all just don't like the kid. Jay says Dez would be best used situationally like we use our number 4, use him in the red zone. Absolutely. And guess what? Dez, knowing that he's only, he ain't even been here the whole season, he's not going to complain about that. And I'm going to tell you why it works out so perfect for the Dallas Cowboys is this. 1, we don't need help getting to the red zone. We need help getting into the red zone. That's what we need help on. We need help getting into the red zone. Like when we hit the 20-yard mark, from the 20-yard to that red line crushing the threshold, that's where we have our biggest problem at, right there. You know what I'm saying? Now, people say, well, who would you cut? I'm going to be honest with you. Man, there's a laundry list of people who cut. Like, it's a laundry list of people get cut. And to be honest with you, man, I don't even want to worry about people say, oh, how much money is he going to make? Does it matter? It doesn't really matter how much money you make. How much is a touchdown worth to you? Like, how much is a touchdown worth with you? I always tell this story. I always tell the story of when I back in the day when I rode motorcycles. Back in the day when I rode motorcycles. Back in the day, I remember I first bought my first motorcycle, a Gixxer, and I went in to go buy a helmet, and I was like, you know, they had all these helmets. They had helmets for $100. They had helmets for like $1,200. They had helmets for like $1,500. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, like, I need like a cheap helmet. Like, I need something that, because I just paid like $9,000 for this bike. I just need a good little helmet. I was like, how much, like, what's a good helmet? And dude asked me, well, how much is your head worth? Like, how much do you value your head? And I'm like, well, dang. You know what I'm saying? I value it a lot. He's like, all right, well, you need to probably invest something into that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, I get it, man. I get it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I say about Dez Bryant. Like, how much is Jason Witten making? You know what I'm saying? How much is Randall Cobb? Randall Cobb's making $5 million. I mean, he's third on the team in drops right now. And I love me some Cobb. But I'm just saying, I would argue anybody that would say that Dez Bryant can be just as effective or more effective as a Randall Cobb. Like, I would definitely say that he's going to be as beneficial or useful as a Randall Cobb. And if he's that, what's the problem? What's the problem? He's gonna come in and be a possession receiver for cheap. And right now Dez has the two H's. Right now Dez Bryant has the two H's, which is he's hungry and he's humble. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've always had a hungry Dez. There's never been a day that Dez played football and he was not hungry. You know what I'm saying? But we have Dez that no other team has ever had, and that is he is humble. He's ready to accept the role and be whatever you need him to be. I don't see how that doesn't benefit you for cheap. And my question is this: no matter, even if he go to the Patriots, Dez is not going to play no hard. He's not going to play as hard for the Cowboys. I mean, for the Patriots as he would for the Dallas Cowboys. So that's why, in my opinion, I don't see why. I mean, you have your number one wide receiver, and even if we don't even go get Dez, like, somebody's name should be floating around here as far as the Dallas Cowboys are concerned, or looking around at getting another wide receiver. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that name, somebody's name should be floating around, because the Dallas Cowboys are in a position where it's literally like we're basically waiting between the Thursday and the Friday to determine if Amari Cooper's going to be able to play. And this is what that happened in and this isn't just something that's new. This happened in this game. This happened last week in that game, and then that also happened the Philly game and the goddamn Jets game. It was 1 to 2 days before we played those games if we knew if he was going to be able to play or not. You know what I'm saying? So the Dallas Cowboys, good management says that the Dallas Cowboys need to look into that. We definitely need to look into that. I'm trying to figure out why the heck is my face hugging this side over here so much. I don't get that. Maybe I got to turn the phone the other way or something. I don't know. Let me see. I'm going to try. Let me flip something real quick. All right. All right, how's that? Is that better? Is that better? I feel like my face was like hugging my own logo right there. All right, so yeah, man. And hey, I just want to let you guys know, as always, my bad, Instagram. I forgot I was on Instagram for a minute. My bad. Yeah, man. So yeah, okay, that looks better. It looks like I had to change them around. So yo, man, hey, shout out to Cowboys Packages for shout out to Cowboys Packages for sponsoring this stream, and shout out for Cowboys Packages for sponsoring this whole entire weekend, man. I appreciate you guys. Everybody says it's better now. All right, so I know what I got to do. This has to be on the left hand, the left hand side of me. All right. Travis says it's better. Courtney says, who else could we get? Honestly, I mean, we just got to go out there and look. We got to go out there and look at some wide. I think Funches is available, old wide receiver from, and the thing about it is, guys, I'm not asking for a number one. I'm not looking for a number one. So it doesn't have to be somebody I even know. It just has to be a big target, somebody who can go be in and around in the red zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't got to be nothing really big, but I just think if you're going to go get a wide receiver, I think it would behoove you, and I think you would be smoking crack if you just overlooked Dez Bryant. Like, I think you would be doing yourself a huge disservice if you overlooked him. Like, if you were looking for a wide receiver and you didn't even give him an opportunity to come in and at least see what he was available, I think that would be a disservice to your team. Why? Because I don't think there's a wide receiver out there that's right now that's better than Dez. All right, hey Tracy, how you doing? She says, hi, I'm what up? What's your West Coast? I am in Dallas. Oh, you coming to the game? If you coming to the game, let me know. Inbox me. If you come into the game, inbox me. Let me know. I got an event tonight at 8 o'clock at the Dallas Cowboy Comedy House. It's called Laughs with Legends. It's going to be It's going to be Ed Too Tall Jones. It's going to be Ed Too Tall Jones. It's going to be Corey Proctor. It's going to be Flozell Adams. And it's going to be Larry Centers. You know what I'm saying? Running back from the Arizona Cardinals. And they actually talking about trying to get him in the Hall of Fame. So, you know, we're looking to have a really good show. It's a different type of event. You guys know that players always, some of the funniest and craziest stuff always happens in locker rooms. So basically, my friend had a really good idea, and she basically, you know, was like, hey, why don't we put these guys on stage and let these guys talk about some of these crazy ideas? And to be honest with you, I think it's going to be absolutely funny. So make sure you guys come out tonight. 9 p.m. at the Dallas Comedy House. It was $20, but we got a couple extra seats in the house, so I had about like 10 extra tickets. So if you want to go, you need to inbox your boy. What up with your YL? I see you down there on my IG. I see you, man. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow, man. My boy says up here, she says, imagine 3-4 years ago that we'd use the word humble when talking about Dez. I know, right? Erica says, if it's even a remote possibility that we actually sign, is it even remotely possible that we signed Dez? I believe it is. Why? Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure none of you guys saw that Michael Bennett trade coming. I mean, that Michael Bennett signing coming out of nowhere, right? You know what I'm saying? And, like, Michael Bennett is a guy who, like, think about this. Like, Michael Bennett is a guy who, you know, who I would have been, never in my life would have thought would have been a Dallas Cowboy. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? He's a Dallas Cowboy. You know what I'm saying? He's a Dallas Cowboy. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if it's possible for Dez to do it, I don't see why it's not possible for him. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't see why. I mean, Michael Bennett, I mean, not even like Dez never was on no political stuff. Not even saying that Michael Bennett was wrong in his political choices. But I'm just saying that Dez was never on that. Everything that Dez was ever about was winning. That's it. That's all it was ever about, was winning. Anthony says, the coach for the Cowboys, he's stupid, idiot. I wish I could see the cheerleaders there. Okay. I mean, if you go to the stadium, you can see him. Tracy says, I will do that. Gilmore says, y'all don't think it's blocking for Zeke and Dak is important. He's great at blocking. He's great in the middle of the field. I think, who are you talking about, a blocking wide receiver like Dez? Dez is one of the better, if not the best blocking receiver that I've definitely seen. And the cool thing about Dez, man, is you got to be very, very unselfish to do that. You know what I'm saying? Travis says, yeah, he was the face of the media behind Dez. Shaking my head. All right, but yo, man, on some other stuff, let's kind of talk about these Minnesota Vikings for a little bit, man. Some common facts about our quarterback that you guys probably don't. I mean, you guys probably know. You guys are good scouts. But my boy Dak Prescott is 6-1 in primetime games. Like, this guy, like my boy Dak he's made for the primetime area games, these big games. So I'm really, really excited to see what he's going to be able to do against these Minnesota Vikings. Another thing, he's also 4-0 against Kirk Cousins. So, I mean, there's a lot of familiarity. Now, you got to remember, Dak doesn't actually play against Kirk Cousins. So the proper stat to say is the Dallas Cowboy defense is 4-0 against Kirk Cousins. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. That sounds actually even a little bit better than saying that Dak is 4-0 because Dak don't play Kirk Cousins. But this defense plays Kirk Cousins. And guess what? In the last 4 games, they're 4-0 against Kirk Cousins. Dwayne D says, why is Noah Brown still on this team? I'm going to be honest with you, man. Noah's the homie. He watched my show, so I'm definitely wishing for the best for him. I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I was with Noah Brown. I'm going to tell you guys a story. I was with Noah Brown. I forget. It was last year sometime. But I ain't even going to tell y'all a story. I'm going to tell you a different story. I was with my boy YL because he's the one that got the videos. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, man, I was a guy who was already kind of setting my emotions on how I felt about Noah Brown. And then my boy YL, because he really good friends with Noah Brown too, he showed me some videos that Noah showed him from a couple weeks ago, you know, when he was healthy and they were just scratching him. And I'm going to be honest with you, man, one-on-one inside that red zone, Noah Brown's nasty. And I ain't gonna lie, I saw some stuff that made me change my whole opinion of Noah Brown. And this was going against Cheeto, Byron Jones, Jordan Lewis, all them dudes. Noah Brown was getting work. Like, he was getting work. Like, he was working them dudes, man. So, like, in close situations, jump balls, like, I see what they like about Noah Brown. He's a cheap man's Dez Bryant. Like, very, very cheap, though. Like, uber cheap. But he's definitely, I see the traits that they like in Noah Brown. I see them. Especially watching those videos from my boy YL. I'll try to see if I can get those. Let's see if it'll let me post those. Well, actually, I'm going to have to see if Noah just sent them to me, because YL tried to send them to me in my text, and it did not. It was all great, and it didn't even worth posting. Hey, man, I apologize for it being so dark up in here. Other than me being Africanist, Americanist, it's light up in here. Hold on. Let me get some of these off this real quick. All right, Jay Noah says, if Noah Brown was good, though, he'd see the field. I think Dez is still better than Noah. That's actually not true, Jay. Like, if you play for a regular football team, that would 100% make sense, but that's not actually true. Because you got to remember, Jordan Lewis was really good, and he wasn't playing until Anthony Brown got hurt. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you would definitely want to think that was true, a true statement. But it's not true. It doesn't ring true in Dallas, because you definitely see players who are better than other players that just don't play. You know what I'm saying? Like an example, Taco got cut. Taco got 4.5 sacks. He got cut in favor of Tristan Hill, who's not even Tristan Hill was inactive. He'll probably be inactive this week. And Joe Jackson, who's not really contributed at all this year. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I wish that was true. I wish that was how it worked here in Dallas, but that's not how it works in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? It's very predetermined. They like what they like, and what they like is what they like. Guillermo says, do you think we're beating the Vikings? We gotta contain 33. Travis says in the Scream game too, along with his backups. I think the key really with this Minnesota team is because this Minnesota team I honestly think that Shermer, but Zimmer's gonna know that a part of the Dallas Cowboys are gonna feel very, very confident in. The Dallas Cowboys are going to feel very, very confident in starting Cousins in trying to play against him. So I think, to be honest with you, that the Minnesota is going to try to come out and do a run attack on the Dallas Cowboys. Why? Because if you're looking at the film, the film says that's how you attack the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm a team that's going to play the Dallas Cowboys, I'm going to attack them the same way that the film says. And the film says you attack them in the middle of the defense. Now, we played very, very, and then also you got to think Minnesota at one point in this season actually led the NFL in rushing. You know what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, if I am the Minnesota Vikings, I would definitely think that they feel that they're going to come in here with Dalvin Cook and with my boy Alexander Madison. And the reason why I call him my boy is because the boy, he literally went to high school 15 minutes from my house, like literally 15 minutes from my house. He played for a high school that's in my old high school's division, like right down the street from me. You know what I'm saying? So, and Madison is nice, man. Like, Madison is nice. Like, I ain't even about to sit up here in front on you. Madison is nice. Like, he nice. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm going to be honest with you, if Dalvin Cook didn't come out and do what he's doing this year, I would definitely be thinking like, dang, the Dallas Cowboys might have action on another way. But I'm just being honest with you. Dalvin Cook is nice, man. And I'm not Dalvin Cook, but Alexander Madison is definitely nice. And I definitely think he's going to be a guy that's going to make some plays out there. So look forward to that's number 33. And I forget what number he is. 25 and 33. Those are the main, but I mean, Kirk Cousins, man, I haven't gotten an update as of right now on Thielen. I will get you an update later on. As soon as I get off here, I'll go Google and get some stuff, get some information to get you guys updated on Thielen to see if he's gonna be playing or not. But I'll get you the most updated information on my boy Adam Thielen to see if he's gonna play. But if he does play, I definitely feel he's not gonna be at 100%. But Stephon Diggs is gonna be their go-through guy, and with that, I mean, Thielen is a big part of their offense. So if I'm coming into Dallas and I'm trying to beat the Dallas Cowboys, I'm gonna run the ball on. Like, I'm being honest with you. Like, I'm going to test to see if that defensive line is really fixed. Or did y'all have a good game last week? Because sometimes, man, you can just have a good game. You know what I'm saying? And it really not be because of anything else, because of that good game. And I'm not saying I believe that. I believe it's because of the adjustments we made is why we played the way we did. Why? Because I said if the Cowboys made those adjustments, that would be the result we'd get. And we got it. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, Saquon Barkley is probably the second best running back in the league. And we held him to like 29 yards rushing. A total of like 80-some yards. Like, Saquon was so mad he didn't even want to do the jersey exchange at the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? So I heard, and then also we had my boy SK from the Skull Report on here, and he basically gave me an update on Thielen. He was saying that he felt that it was probably a chance that he was not going to play. But honestly, man, you got to remember, the Green Bay Packers came in here without a Devontae Adams, and guess what they did? They ran the ball. So that's what I believe that they're going to try to do. They're going to try to run the ball, man. You're trying to run the ball. So as long as them hot boys can keep that thing in the middle solidified, man, I think we're going to be perfectly fine, man. I think we're going to be perfectly fine. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody that's been rocking with your boy. He says, I got some other people saying, don't sleep on Randolph. Don't sleep on Willie. Randolph is their tight end. Really good guy and effective in the middle. You got to remember Kirk Cousins is a guy who loves throwing those dink and dives. But one thing about Kirk Cousins, man, is he's going to give you action at an interception. So we just got to make sure that at all times that our DBs are paying attention and getting their heads around that ball. Because I'm going to tell you guys right now, he's going to give them action. Kirk Cousins is going to give the Dallas Cowboys DBs action at an interception. And like we've shown, that Philadelphia game, what turned that game? Turnovers. Just like in that Green Bay game, what turned that game in that game? Turnovers. Turnovers is what turned that game over. Turnovers. Hey, man, I need y'all to do me a favor, and I use the same title. I apologize. I gotta change that. Hey, on a count of 3, man, I need everybody to go share, man. I need everybody to go share, man. Everybody to go share, man. Everybody go 1, 2, 3. Appreciate y'all for sharing. I put the same name up again. I gotta make sure I change the name of the feed. But yeah, make sure everybody go share. I got 19 shares, man. Everybody hit that share button one time for me. Everybody, 1, 2, 3, hit that share button. What else we got going on in the nation today? Mainly a bunch of another update. Leighton Vander Esch. Hopefully, it's a Leighton Vander Esch neck. He was hopefully do some things today in practice. Jason Garrett said, I'll get an update on that for him, but I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Sean Lee plays so damn well, man, last week that I'm just like, for the first time in a very, very long time, I am just okay and excited to see Sean Lee play. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I really don't want to see any rotation changes on that defense. Like, I really don't want to see, like our last week, our defense played so well that I really don't want to see any changes on our defense. I want everything to stay how it is, keep everything how it is, and let's see if we can ring this thing one more week. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, that's what makes way more sense. You know what I'm saying? You had Sean Lee out there balling. He was balling out of his mind. And I'm going to be honest with you, the Minnesota Vikings is a team that likes to run a lot of screenplays. When you run against a team that likes to run a lot of screenplays, you need running backs who are smart to be able to read the play, to know that, wait, they're not just letting the guy run past me. They're doing that because they're trying to set me up. Let me wait right here and go get this tackle. That's what you need on the field. And Sean Lee provides that. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Jalen Smith and LVE are both way more athletic than Sean Lee. Real. But Sean Lee runs laps around them in the classroom. And when you play against these quarterbacks who are going to be doing these types of things, and these offensive coordinator, this Minnesota game, and especially that New England Patriots game, is games that we're going to need the general out there. Because you need that thinking. You need those guys who can read and react and get to that ball, man. So, man, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm going to hop off on here. I just want to let y'all know, make sure you guys tune in tonight. I'm going to be live at the Dallas Comedy House in Dallas, Texas, down there with Larry Centers, Ed Too Tall Jones, Flozell Adams, and then your boy West Coast, man. It starts at 9. I'm going to have a lot of the family out there, man. So make sure you guys come out there. Make sure if you can't support by coming out, make sure you support by just watching the feed. It's going to be absolutely live. I'm going to be doing some interviews at the end. I got promised that I'll be able to do some interviews at the end, so I'm definitely looking forward to that, man. But you guys already know what it is, man. Never look down because the star is up. And I'll see you guys. Hey, before I get out of here, this Saturday, shout out to Cowboys Packages. We're going to have Antoine Woods and Jalen Smith in the house, man. So if you want to come out and see Antoine Woods, my hot boy, number 99, and Jalen Smith, my other hot boy, number 54, make sure you guys come out this Saturday at the Omni Hotel. If you need tickets, inbox me. I'll get you the tickets. I also get you my discount so you can get a discount on the tickets, all right? My discount code. Make sure you inbox me. If you're in Dallas right now and you want to see Too Tall Jones, Ed Too Tall, Larry Centers, Flozell Adams, Corey Proctor, inbox your boy. All right, and I got you. If you want to see, if you're in Dallas this weekend and you want to see Jalen Smith, Antoine Woods this Saturday, inbox me. I got you. Also, y'all know I'll be doing the Miller Lite passes. If you need the Miller Lite passes, I got you also. And I brought some jerseys, so I'm good. Hey, but before I get up out of here, man, I want to let y'all know. Never look down because the star is up. Peace. Bruh, I'm not about to sit on here like, say, bro, you ain't got to cuss at me, bro.